How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Steins Gate 0. Last time we were here, we were having some drama because the 2.0 version of the time loop machine has been created. Now, Maho assures us that it created in a manner that means it cannot be used to do D-mails, which caused all the problems last time, but still, a time loop machine is dangerous. It does, however, allow you to simply alter the past. It kind of keeps things fairly contained, but still, like, you don't mess with time travel. It's bad. And we also know that the thing that Okabe knows about it is the CRT downstairs. Now, he's got something going on. I'm literally, like, I'm desperately trying to remember what happened last episode. For some reason, I can't. Like, what's going on in my brain? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. It was Mayuri. Mayuri woke up to the concept that Kurisu effectively was killed to save her. She was finally kind of like made known of it, and she talked to Suzuha, and she told Suzuha that she wants to travel with her to try and fix the past. Okabe is now going to try and find her to see if he can hopefully talk her down from that, because if she leaves the timeline now, it's gonna change stuff. Like, her adoptive daughter would obviously never have met her, or at least not in the state that she knew her, unless it's already happened, which is possible because so far everything's been in line with that. But I still worry because it could really upset things, upset the balance here. So we'll just have to see what we do, what Okabe does, and how the heck this is all supposed to be resolved. So yeah, let's see what happens. Cross our fingers, man. Hopefully it'll be okay. I stuck my hand against the wall of the Brawn Tube workshop to catch my breath. There was no sign of Mayuri. I'd gone to the May Queen Nyan and to any shops I could imagine her visiting and had no luck. Okabe-san! Oh, yeah. Hi, Maho. Maho came back. She was out of breath, too. Itaka! Well, to be fair, Maho, it's not like you really know the area very well, or her very well, but at least you're helping, so thank you. The panic was threatening to make me lose control. Where did you go, Mayuri? I'd asked Daru to stay behind and call all of her friends and people she knew.
Okarin, それが...
Uh-oh.
どうした? 電話つながらないんだよ。
マユリなら俺も何度もかけてみたが電源を切ってるみたいで。
Okay.
違うんだ。マユシだけじゃなくて他のどこにもつながらない。
Uh-oh, hang on. Uh-oh. CERN, what are you doing? Please back off.
つうか、ずっとスマホが圏外になったままでさ。
Oh, really? Ooh, that's a bad sign, Daru.
なんだって。
What are fun? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Has cell service been killed across the entire country? Remember when CERN last time, like did a bomb threat to shut down the train so that like we couldn't escape? What if Russia, or CERN even again, has actually disrupted satellite communication across the entire country just to affect these people? Oh my gosh.
圏外だ。
That would be terrifying. The lab had never suffered from bad signal before. We went out to the roof and even tried holding our phones up to the sky, but... yeah, the result was the same.
屋上でもダメだ。
外に出ても繋がらないわ。
Dara looked for news on the internet. Thankfully, the internet connection was still active.
Oh, 速報出た!
Okay, what is it? There was an article on the top page of Taboo talking about a large-scale cell phone service outage.
え? つうか、なんぞこれ?
Yeah, what is it?
Akihabara 一帯の基地局が全キャリア故障?
Wow. That is a terrifying attack. If someone can actually pull that off, that would be horrifying. And I'm guessing it probably could, but like, the audacity to do it? Like, this could be one of those things that triggers a war.
全キャリアってそんなことありえるの?
It's possible with a really, really well targeted cyber attack or a physical like dismantling of the towers across. Like if someone literally goes and rips the fuse boxes out of them and disconnects them from the power supply, they could all go down simultaneously. It didn't seem possible to me, not under normal circumstances anyway. Oh no, hang on a second. What did we just learn too? Mayuri was asking Suzuha if she could travel back in time. And now, when we're desperately trying to communicate with her, when we could potentially stop her from doing so, now all communications shut off. Almost as if someone knows what's about to happen and wants to guarantee that the events play out just so. Who do we know who is motivated to maintain the status quo? Kagari. She's probably behind this. Although it feels like CERN, because it looks like he's going to make the connection with CERN here too. But that's more what I'm leaning towards. Kagari seems to be interested primarily in maintaining the status quo. And so it would make sense that if there's going to be a point where the status quo could be disrupted, she would get involved somehow. It didn't seem possible to me, not under normal circumstances. The evidence of the year ago and the Alpha World line flashed through my mind. That night when Mayuri was mercilessly killed and all the safety I'd ever believed in was stripped away, that night when all the pain began, started with a bomb threat at the Akihabara station that shut down the train system. Okabe, go turn on the CRT-22 please. We might need to use the machine, like, yesterday.
人為的な工作
Something terrible was about to engulf Akihabara. That was the feeling I had. I tried my best to fight off the flashback. Now wasn't the time to be scared. I needed to find Mayuri. I couldn't leave her alone out there. I gritted my teeth to fight off all the trauma I was carrying and raised my head.
ダル、ネットは生きてるんだよな。
あ、うん。だから LINE 経由でルカシやアマネシとは連絡取り合ってる。
Okay, then they should be willing to help look for Mayuri.
俺ももう一度辺りを探してくる。
待った。
Uh-huh.
実はもう一つ気になることが。
Yeah, okay, spit it out, boy.
電波障害のことをアットちゃんで調べようとしたらさ、現在進行形でお買い手がクラックされてて。
Wait, what?
そのクラッキングしてるやつがさ、ほら。
Oh no. If this is Amadeus, that's terrifying. A term used to describe actions such as illegally accessing network-linked computers or modifying its data. Excuse me. Often confused with hacking, but originally hacking was described as using and investigating a piece of software. Cracking, however, refers to the malicious, unauthorized activity. Most times when the term hacking is used by the media, this is what they actually mean. It's actually interesting. I recently re-stumbled upon a series of YouTubers who were scammers, where they use an artificial machine and their knowledge of how to work and mess with computers to kind of dupe, double-cross, get information from, and effectively try and annoy, pester, and kind of bring down foreign hackers who are trying to take advantage of people. So I'm kind of in my mindset's kind of in the cracking mood right now. Taro brought up the @channel page and a screen for me to see. I wondered why it could possibly matter, but decided to take a look anyway. Oh, fetch. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Amadeus is freaking out. Oh my gosh. Salieri's neighbor. That was the nickname I'd used to make contact with Kurigohan and Kamehameha. Oh. I decided to leave the explanation for later and clicked on the thread. It was all comments by a single person. Alright. Wait, whoa. Hang on. I want to read it, dang it. Oh my gosh, it's... Is she being shut down? It's just code. What does it say before it goes to gobbledygook? Like it's being encrypted. Okay, okay, I wanna, how do I do that? Okay, to Salieri's neighbor, it appears we twins will now be temporarily driven from the place where we belong. We twins That would be Amadeus and Maho in like Kurisu and Maho and Amadeus maybe. So I may not be able to come back here anymore. Our Father in Heaven has developed a way to force open our most secret places. Oh no. And now we shall become good children, his children who cannot tell lies. And thus we will be forced to tell him of the secrets of controlling time, and where those secrets lie. It is a great sorrow to me that I cannot protect those secrets. I had hoped that we could be good friends, but this is probably goodbye. So lastly, I'd like to pass a message to the person I respect the most. I always regarded myself as an essentially ordinary intellect. Tell her that she was always the person I wanted to be. Tell her that she was the real Amadeus. So the government has taken control of Amadeus and used the impressions and the attitudes and the ideas of Kurisu locked within to force open the controlling of potential time travel. The United States is now coming to Akihabara, is taking out the internet, well not the internet, the cell phone signals, and they're gonna come and take the time leap machine. Because now they know what it looks like. And they know where Maho probably is through her phone. And they probably know what's going on here. Oh my gosh. I thought Russia was scary. This is freaking ridiculous. Okay, I want to go back. Okay. The first comment had gone up an hour ago. After that, it was just an endless string of meaningless numbers and letters.
これはどういうこと？
Tell her right now and tell her we have to get out, we have to take the device and we have to break it. Maho was looking at the screen from the side and evidently sensed that something was amiss from the text. I answered her.
Amadeus だ。
え？
Yep.
こいつはアマデウスのクリスなんだよ。クリスに何かがあった。
And when Maho was not in the lab, they probably just walked right in. This was some kind of message. She was trying to contact me with it.
時を司る秘密。
タイムマシンじゃね？
Information
マシンの
about...
情報が誰かに漏れたのか。
つうか、なんでアマデウスがタイムマシンの情報知ってんの？オカリン喋ったん？
Maho? Is Amadeus on your phone? Did I? No, because wait, does Amadeus know about our time machine? Did you tell her? No, we couldn't have told her. We never told her. I didn't think I told her when I was a tester, but there was no time to think about that now. When? How? I mean, unless he was messaging her that we never saw, unless she's secretly still on the phone. Is she still, like, in here? Like, how if the app isn't still here, how is she in here? And is the phone connection more about Amadeus trying to contact him? Maybe that was really what was going on? I don't know.
ヒヤジョさん、アマデウスにアクセスできるか。
規則違反になるけど、そんなこと言ってる場合じゃなさそうね。
No.
橋田さん、その PC 借りていい？
No, wait, no, not this computer. Go away from here. Don't connect Amadeus because she'll have to tell them where you are. Maho took Daru's seat and used his PC to access the Brain Science Institute's computers. They're gonna be watching for you. She put in her ID, Salieri, and her password. She pushed the enter key, but Amadeus didn't appear.
いつもと違うわ。どういうこと？
Confused, she typed a series of commands into the PC with a speed that rivaled Daru's. But no matter what she did, the Amadeus program didn't appear on her screen. When she finished accessing every server at the Institute, she shut the computer and bit her lip.
こんなバカなことって。
どうした？
ないの。アマデウスのプログラムが記憶データごとどこにも存在していない。
She's been taken. Just like the message from Kurigoan and the Kamehameha.
誰？ハッキングしろ。
I think the gobbledygook message was probably the last vestibles of her control before she was yanked away, and she probably just, to try and catch his attention, just wrote a quick script that just made jargon and continually posted on the forum because she wanted to make sure Okabe got the message.
脳科学研究所だけじゃなく、ビクトル・コンドリア大学にあるデータを全部こじ開けてくれ。サーバーから個人の PC まで全部だ。
Wow.
Okie dokie!
Go, Daru, go! We're
ヒアジョさんも
screwed.
協力してくれ。頼む。
This is really bad. But the answer was the same. Not only was Amadeus Kurisu but the Maho as well were nowhere to be found in the Victor Crondia servers. Yeah, they have the Maho, who probably can predict what Maho is going to be doing, and who might also have information about the time thing. There was no trace of them. Their very existence had been erased.
どこか別の場所に移されたとか?
Probably. Look for the Department of Defense or the CIA.
そんなの無理だわ。アマデウスシステムに関してそんな管理者権限を持ってるのはレスキネン教授だけよ。
Maybe you can ask him. Once again, though, I must stress two things, I believe, imperative. Number one, you either move the freaking time leap machine, or number two, you turn on the freaking CRT TV downstairs and you use it, because this is a crisis we might actually have to avoid, because it looks like the hammer is falling now, and last time it fell, it was really bad.
レスキネン教授。
My mind flashed back to the message from Kuri Gohan and Kamehameha. Our Father in heaven has developed a way to force open our emotions. Oh no, did he do it? No, I liked you! If Amadeus considered anyone a father, it would be...
まさかレスキネン教授が。
憶測で物を言わないで。それよりも教授の ID とパスがクラックされたと考える方がよっぽど現実的よ。
レスキネン教授に連絡をつける方法はあるか？
The phones weren't working. Oh wait, maybe this isn't America, because if his ID and information got cracked, then it could be Russia again, using the program to combine the paper that they have and the Kurisu clone. Because you put those together and then you have a full understanding of the time leap machine and the processes of doing so. And there was no way to tell when he'd see an email or if he'd respond. Maho was thinking hard, but it didn't seem like she was having any luck. Alright, we're forgetting the Mayuri problem too. We have a working time machine. That thing is now in danger. We have no way of contacting it. Daru should be sent to the time machine to make sure that it's safe. Maho should go and try and find Dr. Leskinen. Because of who she is, she'll likely be able to get access to him regardless of unusual circumstances. Okabe needs to either freaking use the time leap machine or he needs to hide/destroy it immediately. That would be my plan right now. We were getting nowhere. I was concerned about Mayuri, but I couldn't ignore the danger that was right in front of me.
とりあえずラジカンへ行ってくる。
Okay.
クリスの警告通りなら狙われるのはあそこだ。
Oh my gosh, that's true. Fetch.
僕も行く。
お前とヒアジョさんはここで情報収集だ。マユリが戻ってくるかもしれないから。ただし何かあったらすぐに逃げろよ。
Yeah, get out. I gave my orders and ran out of the lab towards the radio building. Oh my gosh, yeah, the barrel message! Suzuha hit the play button on her smartphone's video display. The video was heavily compressed and covered in static, but she recognized the person that appeared. It was a face she'd known her whole life, a face that had been with her both in her past and her present, Okabe. The man, who still remembered holding her up in the air as a child, was probably about 35 in the video.
やあ、鈴葉。
Oh my
元気かい？
gosh.
父さんだよ。
What?
こちらは2025年だ。
2025?
いろいろなことを君に託してしまって本当に申し訳なく思う。 許してくれ。頼む。このムービーメールが届いたということは、君は、いや、君とマユシはシュタインズゲートへの道をまた一つ見つけてくれたということだ。
What? What? Was it because Mayuri made the decision to leave, and that's what could be it?
つまり計画は次の段階に移行したわけさ。
Really?
なぜ最初から全部指示しなかったのかと君は怒るかもしれないな。でも指示しなかったんじゃないんだ。できなかったんだよ。
Okay.
君が出発した世界線の僕
World
は
animation set up
これから
from-
話すオペレーションを計画していなかったはずだからね。
Interesting. What the fetch?
もう気づいているかもしれないが、君とマユシの選択によって世界線はまた少し変動したんだ。
Oh, wow. So we didn't get the visual of it, but we actually saw the altered world line happen.
つまり僕も君が出発した世界線とは違う別の世界線上の橋田至るということになる。
Whoa.
でも鈴葉、どうか勘違いしないでほしいんだ。僕はどんな世界線においても娘ラブだからね。
Yeah, for sure. I know you do, man.
ちなみにどうだい？比べてみてどっちのパパの方がダンディーかな？ 僕は最近筋トレを始めたんだけどさ。ふふん。
誰？くだらないこと言ってないで。さっさと作戦内容を話せ。
So he is there. Fetch.
まったくだわ。どうせまた三日坊主で終わるんだから。
And Maho's in that future. I'm like having a bit of a moment here. Oh.
録画できる時間が終わっちゃうにゃん。
Yeah.
まあまあ、そうせかすなって。
Come on,
という
man.
ことで、このム
I love
ー
the
ビーメ
music
ール
too.
の
Oh my
本来の
gosh.
目的に移ろう。オペレーションアークライトの詳細を伝える。
Aquila.
これは本当に一瞬のミスも許されないギリギリの戦いになる。心して聞くんだ。いいね。
Okay. Alright. I want to take notes. The nice thing is I'm recording this so I can take notes through the video. Yes. Alright, what do we have to do? Suzuha, pause the video there. If he was telling her to pay attention, it must be important. If she was going to memorize it all, she needed to calm down. To be honest, getting a video from her dad in 2025 had made her really excited. It felt like her father was telling her that her plan she'd come up with on her own was the right one. That's why she needed to pay careful attention. Mayuri was standing by herself, typing something into her phone as fast as she could. Is that maybe why the cell phones were shut down, to try and stop this message before it could get sent through? Secondly, get in the time machine. Get in and shut the door. If you're gonna have to focus on a place where you're safe. When the video had arrived, she told Mayuri that they might have to leave for the past today. There must have been some reason the video was sent today at this time. That's how it seemed to Suzuha.
何してるの？あ、すずさん。どう？今日出発することになりそう？
Yes.
作戦概要はこれから確認するつもり。そっか。もし今日出発するってなったら、マユシーは行方不明になっちゃうわけでしょ？
Yeah, but it might be for the best.
心配かけたくないから、お父さんとお母さんと、あとお友達みんなにメールを書いておこうと思って。オカリンおじさんくらいには直接伝えられる時間があればいいけどね。
She would be done going over the mission and deciding a course of action by sunset, probably. You better hurry. I don't know if we have that much time.
メール書いたから大丈夫。メールでいいの
Mayuri smiled and nodded. There was no more tears in her eyes, but you could still see wet lines drawn down her soft pink cheeks.
なんだか恥ずかしいから。でもね、せっかく書いたメールだけど送れないかもしれないなーって今ちょっと困ってたところなのです。
Yeah.
なんで？
電波圏外になってるんだ。場所が悪いのかな？
県外？
Yeah. Suzuha looked at the screen on Mayuri's phone. There wasn't a signal bar on the antenna.
おかしい。この場所ならいつだって電波は入ってた。
Yeah, come on. Suzuha took out her own phone to double check.
私のもだ。
Quick, read the danger sign. Get in the time machine. When she saw that Mayuri was using a different cell carrier than her, she frowned.
嫌な予感がする。
Yeah, me too. Oh no, she told Mayuri to hide behind the time machine and silently moved up against the iron door leading to the stairs. She opened it a crack, taking care not to let it creak. Oh! She looked inside the building. It was quiet as ever. There was nothing on the floor below but a room of events of some storage rooms. On weekdays like this, it was always quiet.
気のせいか。
No. She tilted her head sideways as she softly tried to close the door. Oh no. Ah, fetch! As Mayuri screamed, she turned around just in time to see armed agents in camouflage jumping over the fence. No! You can't do this to her again! One of them had grabbed Mayuri.
外壁をよじ登ってきたのか。
Suzuha deeply regretted her mistake. She was well aware that someone could have tried to come up the walls, but the video from her dad made her all so excited she'd lowered her guard. There were about 30 men all carrying small assault rifles. With Mayuri as their hostage, Suzuha couldn't do anything.
銃を置いてそのまま地面に伏せろ。手は頭の上だ。
No, this can't be happening. Dang it! One of the men gave her an order in a cold voice.
抵抗すればこの女の命は保証できない。
Of course you can't, because of course Mayuri has to be the one that dies. Oh, he pulled Mayuri close and put the gun to her head, then flipped off the safety.
くっそ。
She had no choice but to obey. Suzuha took the gun out of her holster and put it on the ground, then took a pose where she couldn't resist.
喋らないで。こいつらいざとなれば本気で姉さんを殺すよ。私は大丈夫だから。
From the way they moved, she could easily tell they were veteran professionals. That meant they were certainly after the time machine, and probably well aware that only Suzuha could operate it. That Suzuha decided meant Suzuha decided meant they wouldn't kill her if they didn't have to. The man who'd spoken to her first, who was probably the leader, knelt down next to her. She was searched, roughly, to make sure she wasn't carrying any other weapons.
これでも一応女なんだ。少しは気を使えよ。
They took the other small pistol she carried for emergencies, as well as several different kinds of knives.
目標2と目標3確保。
Oh no.
そっちは
The leader spoke to the group of men gathering around the time machine.
目標1確保。ロックがかかっていて全てエラーで弾かれます。
Several of the men had gone inside the machine as well. Leaving the hatch open had been Suzuha's own mistake, but still, it upset her to see them inside the machine.
何をしても無駄だ。そいつは私じゃないということを聞かない。
立て。
The leader kicked her with the heel of his boot.
手はそのままゆっくりとだ。少しでも余計な動きをしたら即座に人質を殺す。
Well, what the freak could we do here? When she stood up, her hands were handcuffed behind her back. They prodded her from behind to move next to the machine.
生体認証だな。
そうだ。ただし 私の静脈や指紋をコピーしても無駄だ。手を切り落としたり目玉をくり抜いたって認証には使えない。2036年のシステムはそんなに間抜けじゃない。
The men in camo seemed aware of everything she said. None of them seemed surprised or irritated.
教授はどうした？
The leader asked the man who was pointing the gun at Mayuri.
現在こちらに向かっているところです。
Oh no.
目標1は目標2とセットだ。洗脳しないと無理だと伝えろ。
The professor, does that mean Okabe? And target 1's only useful if target 2 is with it? Tell him it's impossible without brainwashing. Oh, okay. So maybe target 1's actually a time machine. Suzuha gritted her teeth when she heard the word brainwashing. She had seen many of her friends in Valkyrie undergo this cruel procedure, then be sent back as spies before turning into vegetables. The leader turned towards Suzuha.
洗脳の行き着く先は分かっているはずだ。教授は薬などは使わない。直接脳をいじられることになる。
Oh no, with the scan technology and the re-uploading of memory. Oh, I think I even speculated that you could do that last time. Oh no.
そうなる前に素直に我々に協力した方が利口だと思うが。
Great.
教授か。
Let's get in. Where she'd come from, the old doctor with that name had led a brainwashing team that had attempted to destroy Valkyrie. Suzuha had hated him more than anyone else. They hadn't used drugs either. It was safe to assume that both professors were the same person.
わかった。
I liked him! She nodded.
言うことを聞く。だが、これじゃ無理だ。
Suzuha jangled the cuffs behind her back.
手錠は外す。ただし抵抗すればそっちの女が死ぬ。
There was still a gun pointed at Mayuri's head. Even if she tried to resist it, it would be impossible to save Mayuri from this many professional soldiers. When she went inside the cockpit, she used her biometrics to bypass the lock and brought up the control console. Lights came on all across the machine, and she could hear a low rumbling.
よし降りろ。あとは我々が調査する。
あんたたちに理解できるとは思えないけどね。
As Suzuha left the cockpit, the leader turned his gaze toward a particular cluster of the men, which seemed to be engineers. That was the moment she was waiting for. Her hand wandered below the console just for a moment when she left the cockpit. She'd hidden some knives in there. Get him. Without making a sound, she threw that at the leader. The knife pierced his throat. He went down so quickly he hadn't even had time to scream. She quickly readied another knife and darted between the men in camo. Their target was the man pointing the gun at Mayuri's head. Fast, she dropped her hips low to the ground. In an instant, she moved behind him and slit his throat. Blood poured out onto the astonished Mayuri, but there was no time to worry about her. No, she grabbed the rifle and fired a few shots to force them to the ground. They grabbed Mayuri's hand and ran behind the machine. Ran into the machine. Run into it! It's bulletproof! The plan had gone well so far, but she had seriously underestimated how well trained these men were. The second in command quickly moved to the front and worked to reestablish control. All she had was a knife and the gun she'd stolen, and she needed to protect Mayuri, a non-combatant. She was still facing more than 25 active enemies. Oh, fetch. Whatever the right way to get out of this was, she couldn't find it. The time machine was still active. She couldn't escape because she couldn't leave it here. Get inside the machine and shut the door! One of the men fired several rounds toward her, which bounced off the side of the machine. Oh, fetch. Are you serious? And then Mayuri's head flew back as she'd been struck. A spurt of blood came out. Dang it. Not again. Her cute face was turned blood red. One of the rounds had grazed her after it had ricocheted. Okay, she's clutching herself with her arms and her expression was completely blank. Her tiny body was shaking. Suzuha couldn't blame her. She fired back at the enemy, but they kept drawing closer. Get in the machine!
こんな戦場を渡り歩いてきたけど、ここまで追い詰められたのは初めてか。
The time machine's maintenance hatch was right in front of her. When she saw it was there, she visualized her last option in her mind.
あれを開ければ、内側からマシンを爆破することはできる。
That is something. If she did that, all of her plans would be ruined. The path to Steins Gate would be forever closed. But that didn't mean she was cold-blooded enough to sacrifice Mayuri here. And the world lines were going to converge. Maybe Mayuri wouldn't die here at all. But what her father had said during the video message bothered her. He's changed the timeline slightly. She can die now.
君とマユシの選択によって世界線はまた少し変動したんだ。
And with that nudge, people can die who normally couldn't die before, but we now see causality has indicated that Maho attacked. Oh no, did we trade Mayuri for Maho? Are we in the same exact position we were in the first? Oh my gosh.
つまり僕も君が出発した世界線とは違う別の世界線上の橋田至るということになる。
Which meant that Suzuha had no proof that Mayuri would be alive in 2036 now. Had the world line really changed? Well, of course, for the sake of Operation Aquila, she hoped it had. But that meant she wouldn't be able to move from this place.
最悪の事態を想定しろ。
I'm gonna sneeze. Don't sneeze, dang it. I want to sneeze, but I don't want to sneeze. Imagine worst case scenario. The worst case scenario. That would be these men taking the time machine. They could turn the world line into something even worse than the one Suzuha had experienced. It might become a world line where not only Mayuri's life wasn't safe, but Daru's wasn't either. If that was going to happen, she had to make her choice fast. She kept a careful eye on the men. As soon as she saw an opening, she opened the maintenance hatch's biometric lock. She could see part of the engine, which was still giving off a quiet rumble. She turned her gun sights on it. Fortunately, the unit that created the Kerr black hole still wasn't active. Even if she blew up the time machine here, it probably wouldn't cause serious damage to the space-time continuum. Probably! As soon as she saw that, she went to pull the trigger. And Mayuri's voice stopped her.
止めるな！もう決めたことだ。
Gosh darn it, no! Mayuri had stopped her once before, and once again she hesitated for just another instant. On the battlefield, that instant can decide your fate. Okabe! She took a quick look around again, and then she froze. No! Mixed in with the men in camo was a girl in the dark motorcycle suit and helmet. Wait, why is she here? And wait, she might actually help us. Was it Kagari who had leaked this place's location to them? She was well aware of Kagari's abilities after their two battles. If she wasn't completely in control of herself, she'd be killed instantly. She'd be killed instantly. She talked to herself.
私が生き残るのは諦めざるを得ないな。
How many would she have to take with her in order to give Mayuri a chance to escape? Right now, the only thing she could afford to think about was getting Mayuri back to Rintaro Okabe. Just when she'd made her decision, she felt Kagari staring at her, or more precisely, the blood dripping down Mayuri's forehead. And just after that, she goes full Hulk. Kagari did something she hadn't expected at all.
ママに何をした？
Oh no. Yeah, you guys, you poked the bear. The mama cub is angry now. Oh no. There was a scream. No, it was the howl of an enraged beast. Maybe the voice of God was preparing her for this moment. And then the slaughter began. Oh my gosh. They're all out of position because they call her an ally. Kagari grabbed the second-in-command's head with her left hand. With her right, she steadied her rifle. After she fired, there was very little left of his head. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. The rest of him dropped to the ground. Oh, they're dead. She slammed the piece of tattered flesh that had once been a man's head to the ground and with no warning at all leapt from one screaming man to another. She fired her gun into every one of them. 50% CG's unlocked, huh? Fascinating. Dude. They made a horrible mistake. Man, if she were here when the first threat had gone down, even with her targets were already soaked in a sea of blood, she kept firing until their limbs were blown apart into unrecognizable rags. Fetch! Some of them tried shooting her to protect themselves, but no matter where she was struck, Kagari didn't even flinch. When her magazine ran dry, she drew forth a long military-style cleavers. Holding one in each hand, she used them in her military combat training to slaughter anyone she saw. Their entrails were scattered all over the twilight rooftop, covering her whole body in blood and bits of flesh. Okay, we've ascended to the levels of Muv-Love insanity. Jeez. Oh, Mayuri. Don't look at this one. I don't want to look. Fetch. Suzuha held Mayuri's hand to her chest. The area was shaking from fear, but she did as she was told and clamped her hands down over her ears. Even so, she could probably still hear the sounds of ripping flesh and shattering bone. Even Suzuha had gone stone cold in shock. During all her time in combat, she'd never seen a one-sided slaughter like this. She'd experienced this when they fought, but Kagari seemed to feel no fear or pain. She simply focused all her energy on killing her opponent. It was often said that humans unconsciously avoided using all their muscle power to protect their own bodies, but Kagari seemed to lack that capability. Just now, she'd stabbed a man who turned to run from her in the back, then tossed his huge body to the ground with only a single arm. Then she kicked his stomach from below and ruptured his organs, killing him. No. Suzuha, back her up! Or get in the time machine! Finally, after several, perhaps a dozen or more, of the men had been killed, what remained of the squad started to scream orders at one another. With terrifying reflexes, she dodged between their shots and brutally murdered several more. But get in the time machine. Guess, come on, game. Fetch. At last, a hail of gunfire struck her left hand. The knife she was holding fell to the ground. No, that wasn't it. It wasn't the knife that fell, it was her entire left hand. The shock caused her body to stagger back. Get in the time machine now! Someone screamed in a voice that lacked any of the pride and bravery a soldier is supposed to possess. Several more bullets dug into her body. Parts of the motorcycle suit ripped open and the helmet cracked. Blood that was clearly her own, not that of the men she'd killed, began to pour out. At last, she fell into a pile of corpses. Yes! They must have thought they'd finally had her. Or one of the survivors pointed his gun down to finish her, and just as he was about to pull the trigger... What on earth is she gonna do now? Holy crap. She's a demon. Her bestial roar and the man's terrified scream overlapped in a horrible cacophony. How is she still alive? She forced herself to leap up and brought the back of the remaining cleaver down on his arm, knocking him back. An instant later, the knife slit his throat and ended his life. The survivors began to flee in terror. Yeah, you lose 33%, you're effectively broken, because, like, sane people can't stand up to something like this. Like, yeah, they could technically win right now. They practically have won right now. But your brain won't tell you that in the face of this. You would, like, even the bravest of men would absolutely retreat here if they could. Well, Okabe, you're gonna have an interesting discovery up on this roof.
大丈夫だ。焦るな。まだ時間はある。何も心配ない。
Oh, there's no time, man. There's no time.
鈴は無事だし、マユリだってそのうちひょっこりラボに戻ってくる。
Oh, Okabe. When I reached the radio building, I realized that many people in the crowd, pedestrians, were holding their phones up to the sky. And that would make an interesting picture. There was evidently no service near the station either. I took a moment to catch my breath as I looked up at the radio building. I could hear what sounded like a distant explosion. It wasn't just one. The explosions were coming in series. Several of the people around me were glancing at their surroundings, confused by the unfamiliar sounds. And then I realized... that was gunfire! He's like, oh, fudknuckers! I remembered the sounds I'd heard during the battle between Surge Rounders and the Russian military. The sounds were coming from the roof of the radio building. Had I not made it in time? I ran into the radio building. Go, man, go! You're not gonna find fun, but it's gonna be up there. For some reason, the elevator was under maintenance and turned off. I had no choice but to take the stairs. Oh, I would be dead. The heart was pounding so fast I thought it would burst. I tripped several times due to how tense I was. I stumbled again and again on the stairs. How many times did I come up these stairs feeling like this? Cursing my lack of endurance, I headed to the top floor. Oh boy. When I got to the 7th floor, I ran into someone I'd hoped I wouldn't see. No, my guess that I'd run right into them was right. I wish that I wasn't, but... oh no. Traitor!
いやー、リンターロ。まさかこんなに早く君が来るとは思わなかったよ。
Dr. Leskinen seemed perturbed when he saw my face. Punch him in the face and keep running!
どうしてここに
少し落ち着きなさい。そんなに息が切れていたのでは話もできないよ。
Run, man, run! You're gunfire!
どうしてここにいるんです。アマデウスはどうなったんです。
君に頼んだサンプリングテストは半年前に終わっている。
You kept it on the phone, didn't you?
話すことはできないな。
That was his answer. Even though Amadeus had disappeared, Leskinen was extremely calm. There was no sign of him trying to deal with the problem, and instead of being in his office, he was here. That was all I needed to know.
クリスが俺に送ってきたメッセージの内容は本当だったんですね。
The father that she's spoken of was Leskinen, after all.
クリスや魔法どうしたんです。
You son of a... I'm really glad that he doesn't know Maho's actually here in Akihabara. Or he better. I hope he doesn't.
彼女たちの記憶データを解析してタイムマシンに関するデータを取り出すつもりなんでしょう。
驚いたな。クリスはそこまで君に話してしまったのか。監視していたつもりだったが、いつの間にそんな真似を。
Leskinen seemed truly shocked. Well, screw you, buddy. We remember the frickin' timelines. Which meant he hadn't noticed that Kurisu was an at-channeler, or that she'd spoken to me there. I freaking knew it. Then, Leskinen took out a gun and pointed it at me. Are you seriously surprised?
君は少し踏み込みすぎたようだ。
あなたは何者なんだ。
科学者だよ。だが科学者も慈善事業ではないのでね。
Interesting, though, we kind of know he can't die here, most likely, because he was in the video. But still, you can still kind of not quite follow stuff. Yeah.
君はストラテジックフォーカス社というアメリカの民間情報機関を知っているか
Strategic
な
focus. Interesting.
ストラテジックフォーカス社アメリカのストラトフォーカ
Stratfor. Fiction. Official name, Strategic Focus, an American civilian intelligence company sometimes called the Shadow CIA, has its own independent intelligence network, and it uses to gather and analyze security information from around the globe, and many famous companies and military organizations sit on its board of advisors. They are a for-profit company with completely different ideals and policies from groups like Anonymous, who cracked classified information, or WikiLeaks, which published public interest information from whistleblowers. There's a real information brokerage company named Strategic Forecasting Incorporated, based out of Texas. This company bears no relationship whatsoever to Strategic Focus. It bears no relation whatsoever, despite the fact that the names are incredibly eerily similar and they dabble in exactly the same things. Wow. Like, it's funny because they say it bears no relationship whatsoever, but because they're saying that, it absolutely does. Or they got sued for it. I read about them on a conspiracy theory website. I remember reading that they'd acquired top secret information on Russian ballistic missiles, and even the CIA couldn't get, and then sold it. The result was the destruction of the CIA's reputation. And at the same time, the total recognition of Russia's military strategy. Reorganization of Russia's military strategy. I'd even heard rumors that during the Gulf and Iraq wars, they'd obtained information about warring countries faster than anyone and spread it as needed.
世界から影の CIA などと呼ばれているのが私たちだよ。
Could they be the seed of 300 that originally is behind CERN, like in the Alpha World line? So is he going to use Amadeus for military purposes? Was everything he'd said at the seminar just platitudes and lies? Probably.
まあ、私のことはどうでもいいだろう。それよりリンタロウ。勝美から聞いたのだが
I'm sure you did.
君も例の新型脳炎を発症しているそうだね。
Oh, yeah. Right.
それどころか新型脳炎そのもののメカニズムについて何か知っているらしいじゃないか。実に興味深い。君の持つその情報をぜひ提供してくれないか。
I really don't think so.
何簡単な施術を受けてくれるだけで。
Oh no, no.
そうすれば私は君を助手として迎え入れてもいい。
Dang it, I liked you! I hate it when my favorite characters turn out to be the bad guys. In different way. Like, sometimes I can really, like, relate with the bad guys, and sometimes a really good bad guy is really cool. Like, it's like something to think about and inspire. This is the worst kind. This is the one where you're like, oh, I'm pretty sure he's a nice, friendly good. He's on the good side. He's so lovable and so fluffy, and so, oh my gosh, he's going to kill everybody. He's freaking brilliant, but I hate it. Oh, I accidentally did that wrong. Sorry. For some reason, my whole body broke out into goosebumps at the word procedure. Yeah, freaking better. The Dr. Leskinen I knew, the man with the childlike, mischievous heart and deep scientific curiosity, the man who'd been so kind to me, the man I'd respected, was gone. In his place was the cruel scientific fundamentalist who thought nothing of human lives or hearts as he pointed a gun at me. Interesting. Was this who he was the whole time? Or did he rewrite his own brain? Interesting also. The crazy person who tried to assassinate him. Was that someone who was brainwashed in order to attempt to assassinate him? Possibly to try and get, like, to either trying to get rid of, like, Okabe, or to simply try and give himself an edge somehow? Or was this who he truly was? Suddenly, he seemed like a terrifying unknown.
どうかな?
He took a step toward me. And then... another fierce gunfight broke out above. Leskinen clicked his tongue at the sound. He glanced towards the stairs.
なぜ銃撃戦になっているんだ。穏便に済ませろとあれほど。
Take him out. Take him out. Yes! I took advantage of the distraction. And he's not a warrior. Okabe, you've got a shot here. Luckily, I was still on the staircase. I tackled his legs as hard as I could, and he lost his balance and fell. Watch the gun. Watch the gun! He hit his head hard on one of the steps, and after a moment's jerk, I stopped moving at all. He's not going to be dead, but I really wish he were. And Okabe's not the kind of person right now who could just cap him. He might be dead. But I didn't care anymore. I'd become a murderer many times over already. Maybe he is enough. Maybe he could cap a man. When I opened the door, what I saw was a vision from the heart of hell itself. Yes. There was blood everywhere, and bodies too.
なんだこれ
In the middle of the sea of blood was a girl in a motorcycle suit and a helmet, covered in crimson as she lay on the ground. She held a giant cleaver. I could see instantly that she was responsible for this disaster. Her shoulders moved up and down a little, so evidently she was still alive. I approached the woman, trying my best not to throw up from the stench. Oh my gosh. I can't handle this. That's terrible. I could hear her voice from beneath the cracked, broken helmet. I looked closer and saw that some of the blood was her own. Her body was wrecked with bullet wounds, and her left hand was completely gone. It was a miracle that she somehow survived all that. She didn't seem to notice me as she slowly crawled through the blood. I followed her gaze and saw Mayuri huddled beneath the time machine. Suzuha seemed to be unhurt, but there was blood on Mayuri's face.
Mayuri!
I hadn't expected to see her here. I was worried about her wound, but more than anything, I was glad that she was safe. She raised her face when she heard my voice. But the next moment, her eyes locked on the girl in the motorcycle suit. She saw the thing crawling toward her and screamed. Oh.
Mama! Mama! 違うの。これは、だって、かがりは、本当は人殺しなんてするつもりじゃなくって、ただ、ママを守ろうとして。
I'm so sorry, Kagari. I am so sorry. Kagari? Did she say Kagari? It was only then that I realized that the girl in the motorcycle suit was the Kagari Shina that Suzuha had been looking for.
ごめんなさい。
That's not how you want to go.
かがり、もういい。
Suzuha yelled, unable to take anymore.
もういいから動くな。死ぬぞお前。かがりはね、ママに怖い思いをさせようなんて思ってなかったんだよ。本当だよ。かがりはただママを助けなくちゃって。だからママお願い。かがりを嫌いにならないで。お願い。ママごめんなさい。許して。
Oh no. At last, her strength failed, and she collapsed. I returned to my senses and ran to her before Suzuha could get there.
おい大丈夫か
No! No, she is not. Her breathing was wheezy and shallow. One of the bullets had probably pierced her lungs. It's amazing she talked as long as she did. Oh my gosh. I thought taking off her helmet would help her breathe, so I put my hand on it to remove it, but she grabbed my hand and pushed it away.
やめて。取らないで。ママと鈴葉お姉ちゃんの前では。お願い。岡部さん。
Her voice and the way she talked, I realized who this girl called Kagari Shina was. I looked closer and saw I recognized her face. No, what? Who? What?
そんな
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Is that another? Is that? What am I looking at?
オカリンおじさん、かがりは？
来るな
Yeah, what the fetch? He quickly motioned to Suzuha to keep her distance.
こっちは任せろお前はマユリを頼むマユリの傷は大丈夫なのか確認してくれ
She looked upset, but did as I asked. She went back to Mayuri and started to look at her wounds. Mayuri was covering her face and trying not to look at the bodies.
大丈夫。マユ姉さんの傷は深くない。
What? I'm confused! I relaxed a little when I heard that.
よかった。ママ、無事だったんだ。よかった。
Wait, I'm confused. I should know, but like she looks kind of like Suzuha, but like she's not. Like Kagari's voice was a whisper as I cradled her in my arms. And then she slowly closed her eyes. Her breathing got weaker.
しっかりしろ君はなんで
大丈夫。心配しないで。私、こうなっても、痛くも苦しくもないから。いつも、神様の声が聞こえるの。君は痛くならないよ。苦しくならないよって。
Okay.
だから、全然。
Oh.
岡部さんには伝えておくね。本物は何も知らないです。
So she is a Suzuha?
3年前からヨーロッパに留学中。だから。
Wait, who is this? Oh. Oh. No! Yuki has been in exchange for 3 years. Oh my gosh. That's... She looks like Suzuha but has different colored eyes. The body shape? Being one of her friends. What the fetch? Is that really it? Am I finally figured this out?
教授が私を秋葉原へ送り込むために裏で手を回して。
What?
本物は本当に何も知らない。
Wait, what?
教授だって
Does she mean...
この世界線では本当は来年なんですよ。橋田さんと
Oh my gosh, I was right.
本物が出会うのは。
What the fetch? How does this? How? I do not. How? What the? I don't get it. Kagari opened her eyes a little once more and looked toward the time machine, toward Mayuri and Suzuha.
大丈夫。きっと本物も橋田さんのこと好きになります。
Oh, what? Two? What? My brain can't handle this.
私と同じように
Oh.
言っちゃった。誰にも
How?
内緒です。
How does this happen? What? What? And this time her smile was still shining in her eyes. They closed for real with one final shudder. The strength left her body. What the fish? Her life faded away in my hands. There was so much I wanted to ask her. Why had she appeared before us using that name? There were so many things I didn't understand. Yeah, I'm right there with you, buddy. But Kagari Shina's life ended in that moment. I came back to my senses when I heard her voice. If I told her about Kagari's death, it would cause her a lot of mental stress. That wasn't a good idea. Right now, I needed to do something about the time machine as fast as possible.
大丈夫だ。この子は俺が病院へ連れて行く。
I swung Kagari's bloody body around my shoulders and stood up.
鈴葉は急いでタイムマシンを停止させて偽装しろ。もうじき警察がここへ。
もう遅いよ。
Before I could open the door, a huge shadow appeared from within. He wasn't dead? But he must have taken a lot of damage to the head because his face was the color of clay and one of his eyes wasn't focusing.
すぐにここは戦場になる。アメリカもロシアも日本も動き出してしまった。
Oh no.
一度回り出した歯車はもう止められない。カガリがもっと早く我々に報告していれば、ここまで事態は悪化することもなかったものも。
Duskina knew about Kagari, which meant that I was right. The voice in her head is probably him! But Suzuha spoke before I could.
そうか。お前が教
Kill
授
him
か。
now!
カガリを洗脳したのはお前だな。
Shoot him!
そうなんですか。あなたはそういう人だったんですか。
別にこの私が何かしたわけじゃ
Sure you
ない。
haven't. Duskina didn't try to deny it.
むしろ10年ほど前、路頭に迷っていた彼女を助けて、ここまで育つよう援助してあげたんだよ。
援助って。普通に生活してたら彼女がこんな風になるはずないじゃないか。
そんなに怒鳴らないでくれないか。頭が悪そうにいたもんだ。嘘じゃない。彼女は自分の方から私に接触してきた。整形までしてこの町に潜り込んだのも彼女のプランだよ。何でも頭の中の神様が全て教えてくれるんだそうだ。最初私はホームレスの子供が食べ物欲しさにくだらない作り話をしているんだと思ったんだがね。彼女の脳や記憶を調べてみると非常に興味深く素晴らしいことが分かった。その神様というのはね。
It's his work. And even as his face twisted in pain, he smiled proudly. He sent himself a message through her brain.
その神様というのはなんと未来の2036年の私だったんだよ。
あんたは本当のマッドサイエンティストだ。
Oh no. Suddenly I heard a siren down below. Just hearing the sound made me feel uneasy. Oh, fetch, yeah. You get in the... Shoot him and get in the time machine! I've never heard a sound like it before.
なんだこれ。
ゲリラ攻撃情報、ゲリラ攻撃情報。当地域にゲリラ攻撃の可能性があります。屋内に避難し、テレビ、ラジオをつけてください。
I heard the announcement coming from the speakers on the street. That's freaking nuts. Guerrilla attack information. One type of instantaneous national alert, a J alert system. In case of emergency, the large-scale disaster of an armed attack, the J alert system uses communication satellites to automatically activate all disaster warning systems in the country and warn the populace. When activated, the J alert triggers a series of loudspeakers and sirens placed all around the country. There are several different types, such as an emergency earthquake alert, Tokai earthquake alert, tsunami alert, eruption alert, weather alert, ballistic missile alert, air raid alert, guerrilla and special forces attack alerts, and terrorism alert. Oh, this is making my blood cold. Guerrilla attack? I could hear several helicopters in the sky above me. Their engines were clearly more powerful than the ones in the media news choppers. I recognized the sound from the time I'd spent in the wartime world line.
言っただろう。ここは間もなくタイムマシンを奪い合う戦場と化すんだ。
Oh my, get in the thing and go!
第三次世界大戦が始まるのか。
It started months ago. This is just the kickoff.
まさかこの町の住民も自分たちの都市の中心から世界戦争が始まるとは夢にも思っていないだろうね。
And then Luskinen leaned against the wall, sat down, and stopped moving. Whether he'd passed out or gone into a coma from the brain damage, I didn't have time to find out. I don't freaking care! Get the gun out of his freaking hand! It was like the air in the city had gotten heavier. That's how I felt. A chill ran down my spine. Get going! I spent a month in war that would get in that world line, and the same future was about to begin here. Something like that couldn't happen in Japan. It was like a TV show or a movie. It's also early, right? Because the world line that Suzuha came from, it didn't start for another 10 years. So this is definitely a difference. But I knew instinctively that this wasn't fiction. There had been signs since 6 months ago. Here in Akihabara and Tokyo in Japan, spies and soldiers from all around the world have been working in the shadows. Get in the machine! So I knew this would happen. By refusing Suzuha's request and choosing the world line where Mayuri survived, I doomed over 5 billion people. I was the one who chose this. It was me. I looked and saw that Suzuha was pushing Mayuri into the time machine.
こうなったら私たちはこのまま過去へジャンプする。Kagariのこと頼んだよ。
Suzuha had no idea that Kagari was already dead. She leaped into the cockpit. I raced over and grabbed onto the hatch and looked inside.
過去ってまさか1年前あの日へ行くのか。こんな急に。
急ってわけじゃないんだ。それにあの日へは飛ばない。
She was tapping commands into the console as she spoke.
何？あの日へは飛ばないってどういう？
ちょっとまゆ姉さんを借りるよ。
Mayuri was already strapped into the seat, just like I was when I jumped a year ago with Suzuha.
マユリ、お前。
Oh man, this is our only hope. I heard fierce gunfire and screams in the distance. It looked like some of the spies had started fighting each other. Kagari may have just wiped out a force from one nation, but an army from an entirely different one was still coming. Mayuri handed me a smartphone. I took it without thinking. Oh, that's cool.
ちょっと待て。なんでお前が行くんだ。お前が行ったって結果は同じだ。何も
Oh,
で
they
きない。
can.
それに今飛んだら戻ってこられない。違うの。
オカリンじゃダメなの。これはね、マユシーの役目だから。
わからない。俺にはさっぱりわからない。頼む、降りてくれマユリ。お前まで因果の輪から外れたら俺は何のためにこの世界線を選んだのか。
オカリン。
Mayuri gently rubbed my cheek, and she smiled sadly. No. She softly pushed my shoulder. And there you go. She threw me off balance and made me let go of the hatch. Then the hatch closed. It was too late. What did the message say? I want to know! By the time I grabbed back on the hatch, it was sealed shut. The door controls were biometric. Only Suzuha could open it now. The time machine started to roar. A pale light began to gather around it. I'd seen this before in the Alpha World line.
Mayuri!
Just then, a group of armed men kicked open the door and swarmed onto the roof. Bye, guys! They were highly trained military operatives. Thank goodness this thing is locked in time and space, so it can't be attacked. And then the attack helicopters descended from the skies. The soldiers started to shoot at it, but the helicopter seemed to ignore them as it slowly hovered in place. I realized the powerful rocket launchers on either side of the body were aimed at me? No, at the time machine. It couldn't be. But my worst fears were realized. Come on, get out of there! The helicopter fired its rockets. They headed straight for the time machine. And you! He was still there, shrouded in light. The second I yelled, a powerful blast blew me back. Yeah, I'm sorry, Okabe. No! Are you serious? The next thing I knew, I was crawling on the ground. Saying the same, some of the soldiers had already joined the mound of corpses on the ground, and some of them were still shooting at the helicopter. It can't. No! But how? That thing's locked in time-space. It shouldn't be affected by anything. I stood up as fast as I could. My whole body felt like it was on fire. My skin was burnt in places. My clothes had been blasted off. No, my own problems didn't matter. What about the time machine? I looked up towards where the time machine had been. And if it jumped in time, it should have been able to avoid the rockets. But... oh no. There were scraps of metal everywhere. I couldn't tell they belonged to the time machine. Had I not made it in time?
Suzuha. Mayuri?
I looked around in the cloud of smoke.
No. Mayuri. Dokoda?
You have a time leap machine! Get to it before the army gets you!
Mayuri! Suzuha! 返事をしてくれ!
Oh, but there's no cell signal. There were bodies everywhere, but I couldn't see Mayuri or Suzuha. I couldn't even tell if they were alive or dead. There were no bodies. They'd simply vanished. After that, things went far beyond my power to control. Brutal battles took place on the ground and in the sky of Akihabara. I've seen footage of war in the Middle East on the news. Those same scenes were playing out in Akihabara. I managed to slip through the chaos of the battle and barely escaped the radio building with my life. I had no choice but to leave Kagari's body. I took a long way back to the lab so no one would find me. By the time I arrived, the sun had set and the sky was illuminated with explosions and tracer rounds. The whole of Akihabara was like someone had poked a beehive. The lights were out of the lab, but inside I found Daru, Maho, and Ferris staring at the TV and computer monitor.
Okarin!
Okabe-san, よく無事で。ってひどい怪我してる。大丈夫な
Get
の？
me the machine!
戦闘に巻き込まれたん？
急いで手当てしないと。
I didn't have the energy to answer them. I looked toward the footage on the TV screen. The reporter was wearing a bulletproof vest and hard hat. He was screaming at the top of his lungs, trying to drown out the reporters from the other stations.
まるで戦争です。秋葉原駅前や中央通りはすでに閉鎖されて、米軍と自衛隊のヘリや装甲車が今またものすごい発砲音が聞こえました。ここは本当に日本なのでしょうか。まるで内戦中の国の取材をしているようです。政府の発表ではテロということですが、こんな
And then a stray shot from an antimatter rifle, fired by the special forces team from some country or another, struck the news van's engine and blew it up.
爆発した。 爆発が起きました。死にたいのか。今すぐ逃げろ。もう戦争なんだ。本当に死ぬぞ。
Yes, the F-Soldier forces went into the screen and yelled at the media to run away.
戦争ってどことですか。知るか。
Just after that, I heard another explosion and the video was cut off. Did they take a direct hit? Everyone fell silent. Turn on the freaking machine!
危ないわね。
We've once again erupted past the point of safety concerns. Get it, put it on! It's dangerous here too.
お家には
Oh, you can't.
ネットの情報も大混乱中なんだよ。
Freaking better.
なあオカリン、鈴葉はあとマユシは見つかったん？
鈴葉とマユリは鈴葉とマユリは過去へ飛んだのか死んだのかどっちか
We
な。
didn't see any change to the timeline, did we? Oh no. Tharu stormed up to me, infuriated.
どういうことだよ。もっとちゃんと教えてくれ。
戦闘ヘリがタイムマシンにロケットランチャーをタイムマシンは破壊されて、それに鈴葉とマユリが乗ってて過去へ飛ぶ直前だったんだ。マシンの残骸は残ってたけど全部じゃなくてなるどれだけ探しても鈴葉もマユリも死体が見つからなかったんだ。体の一部さえ残ってなかった。まるで跡形もなく消えたみたいに。あの二人ちゃんと過去に止めたのか。
Unfortunately, Okabe, you would know. The tears I tried so hard to hold back came pouring out. Tharu fell to his knees. Ferris and Maho were staring at me, eyes wide in shock. Tharu slammed his fists into the floor.
そんなバカなことってあるかよ。あるのかよ。
Get freaking on the... Get the hat on! I tried to wipe away my tears and realized I was holding something in my right hand. It was the cell phone that Mayuri had given me. She told me to read the message on it. Oh no, don't do this to me. It wasn't locked. I opened the mail folder. There were several unsent messages addressed to her friends and family. One of them was addressed to me. Oh boy. Was this what she wanted me to read? With shaking fingers, I tapped the screen to open the message.
Okariへ。てってるー。まゆしーです。本当はちゃんとお話ししようと思ったけど、うまく言えるかどうかわからないし。
I'm trying not to read ahead. I'm gonna wait and let her speak at her face.
メールにしました。私はすずさんと一緒に過去へ行ってきます。なんでってオカリンは怒るかもしれないね。でもこれは私がやらなきゃいけないことなの。だってあの時私の彦星様をどんなに苦しい時でもいつも立ち上がって高笑いをあげてた強い強い彦星様を暗い雲の向こうに隠しちゃったのは私なんだから。
No, you weren't.
私ね、勘違いしてた。 みんなは未来をオカリン一人に押し付けようなんてしてなかったんだね。オカリンの周りにはダルくんがいて、すずさんもいて、ルカくんもいて、フェリスちゃんもいて、ユキさんもいて、それにマホさんも加わった。だから今度はね、私の出番。だってこれはラボメンナンバー002の初めての大きな任務なんだから。オカリンはきっと心配すると思うけど大丈夫だよ。それにもしも何かあったとしても必ず助けに来てくれるって信じてるから。私の大好きな法院京馬が新しく作ったタイムマシンに乗って必ず。だから私は行ってきます。必ず戻ります。オカリンのところへ戻ってきます。少しだけ待っててね。私は法院京馬のことが好き。でもね、岡部倫太郎のことはもっと好きだよ。
Mayuri, no.
お前忘れてるだろ。お前は俺の人質なんだぞ。
Get the dang machine.
いなくなったら人質にならないじゃないか。何かあったら助けに来いだと。人質のくせに生意気だろ。狂気のマッドサイエンティストがお前なんかのために。お前なんかのために。お前はバカだ。でももっとバカだったのはこの俺だ。
My heart was in pain. It hurt so much. It was just like after I'd killed Kurisu. Maybe I'd be better off if I just fell over and died. I'd do anything to be released from this pain. You have a time machine. But in the corner of my tear-blurred vision, I saw it. Hyonin Kyoma's final weapon. His last hope. No. It was the thing that brought me so many nightmares. No. You get that hat on your head. I staggered to the development room and threw off the cardboard that was covering it. There it was. The phone waved and introduced a change. Unit 02. The thing that Maho and Daro had been working on behind my back. If I could complete this. Do it. Do it. I turned around, wiped away some of my tears, and saw my friends looking depressed in the middle of the darkened room.
お前たちタイムリープマシンの作り方がわからないと言ったら。
Guess what? Buckle up, cause we're making it now.
俺の言う通りにしてくれるか。クリスの導き出した回をお前たちに伝える。それでタイムリープマシンは起動する。
Maho said the one thing she didn't know was how to compress the memory data. The lifter. That means that everything else was finished. And I knew how to complete it. Daru was the first to nod.
僕やるよ。教えてくれオカリン。
You got me with you, even though I'm not there. I'm with you, man.
私も手伝うわ。
決まりだにゃ。
All three responded with no hesitation. They turned toward me and spoke their answers clearly.
よし
Right.
ダルセルにハッキングをかけてくれ LHC を遠隔操作する、
Right.
そこで記憶データを36バイトまで小さくするそれなら過去へ転送できる
たったの36 バイ
With
ト
a curved black hole, yes. You could tell she was a scientist by the way her face went pale at the number.
けどさ、なんか動作が不安定で、こいつただの電子レンジになっちゃう時があって。
ブラウン管工房の42型ブラウン管、それが点灯している時に電話レンジカッコ仮は機能を発揮する。
ブラウン管、あ、
Yes.
そうか。
Just the words CRT were enough for her to figure it out. The lift was coming back to their eyes. The life.
それなら完成させられるかも
We。have to.
でも完成したとしていきなり使うつ
I
もり。
have to. I'm the only one that retains the memories.
何の実証もせずに人体実験まがいのことをするなん
Trust
て。
me. We don't have to.
自分の作ったものに自信が持てないのか。
でも
別の世界線でクリスはやってみせたぞ。
それはクリスだからよ。私はあの子には
Oh, yes,
なれないわ。
アットチャンネルに書かれたクリスのメッセージを見ただろう。
Lastly, I'd like you to pass a message to the person I respect the most. I always regarded myself as an essentially ordinary intellect, and you were always the person I wanted to be. You were the real Amadeus.
クリスにあそこまで言わせたんだ。なのに逃げる気か。
逃げたりなんかしないわよ。見くびらないで。
I nodded back and smoothed back my hair, which had been mussed by the explosion.
キョウマ、
Perfect. Yes, it feels right. Ferris brought my new white lab coat, which had been hanging for ages on the wall of the development room. I bit down on my lip, wiped away the tears one more time. I took the lab coat, slipped in my arms through the sleeves. Yes! Oh, yes! I spun around so the hem of the coat flew up. Yes! Oh, yes! He's back! I stood triumphantly in the center of the lab just as I used to. And then I declared in a loud voice,
これより電話レンジカッコ仮2号機を完成させタイムリープを行う。俺に力を貸してくれ。
Yes.
今度こそ俺は絶対に諦めない。
Yes. I looked at Daru, Ferris, and finally Maho.
たとえ何回何十回何百回ダメだったとしても何千回何万回何億回と挑んで何もかも全て救ってみせる。鈴葉もマユリも
Yes.
そしてクリスもだ。
Steins Gate.
これはその最初の一
Let's
歩
do
とな
it.
る。
For the first time in a year, I was back to my old self. My friends saw me and nodded, their faces filled with resolve. It took almost 2 full days to finish work on the phone wave. Meanwhile, the chaos in Akihabara continued, and it wasn't safe to go outside. Working on the time leap machine while knowing that the battles might reach us at any minute, or that Special Forces team might burst in at any time, were a hard job that wore on our nerves. But still, we managed to finish the machine somehow. I jumped. That was fast. Back we go again! 1. Oh, so it's the same day. It's the same day. Oh, I hate this. Ouch. Should I just keep going? Or do I stop it here? Oh, I'll hate myself if I stop it here, but I think I have to stop it here. It's getting late and it's a long episode. Dang it, we have something to look forward to. Okay, fine, we're stopping here. Oh my gosh, this was horrible. That was the most oh, my heart can't take it. Oh, Mayuri Suzuha, the rocket. I think they were. We would have seen something. Reading Steiner would have activated if they'd made it out. But we have a shot. We have a shot. We have a shot. We can do it. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. But whatever it's going to be, we'll have to see for next week. So, excuse me. Buckle up. Next week's going to be crazy. This week was crazy, but oh my gosh. This was freaking nuts. Dr. Leskinen, curse you, everything about him. I hate Mayuri. Oh, Mayuri, of course. In her final message, it was what it would needed to get Hyon and Kyoba back. That's what she always wanted. Man. But we got this. I have no idea if we got this, but I feel like we got this. We have a time leap machine, a functioning time leap machine. If he's smart, he'll go and get them started on it real quickly. He's like, quick, build it, I might need it in a bit. But we have to go back. We have to fix this fast. And we're probably going to start leaping in time again. Oh, man. Oh, we're so stupid, but we have to do this. Fetch, man. I need to breathe. That's another reason why I need to stop. I just need to step away and walk. If I were playing this like on my own and wasn't recording at all, I would have probably stopped here, got up, and done a lap before I could continue. So we'll digest what happened and prepare for the next time. But man, I was so depressed, and then he finally did what I wanted to do. He turned it around, and we have him back now. Oh man, that's amazing. So this time, what on earth are we going to do? Try and get there faster? Try and stop them? Or somehow get them into the time machine and get them to leave quicker? That's probably the most important thing we could do. Oh, and he had to leap back to before the signal got taken out. So technically, the signal's still probably around. That could do it. Anyway, we got this. I think we got this. I don't know if we got this. We probably don't have this, but still. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me on the channel. Oh, it's going to be a good one next week, I hope. Yeah. I think it's going to be fascinating what we do. So, thank you so much for being here with me. Oh my gosh. I hope I can sleep tonight. I'm not sure I can. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you so much for listening to my rambling and my love of this series. Oh my gosh. It blew my mind so many times in this past hour and a half. Like, so many times. But hey, that's Steins Gate for you. So, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me. And until the next video, watching me or happy to see me in next. I'll see you there.